here at Moda Miami 2026 at the Concours Club for the first event of the week. And we are out here with Mercedes Classic Center. And Tyler and I are about to race something very unique. And before we're introduced to that 15 miles an hour of fury, Nate from the Mercedes Classic Center is going to tell us how to not die.
We'll get right on it. We're not going to die tonight, that's for sure. We're going to take it easy in the turns. It does only have 3 wheels instead of 4, but
I see that.
We'll make it work. These are both from the Classic Center. One of them is actually for sale. If you're interested, we could put you into a... How could we get you in this car tonight? That's
for the staggeringly low price of...
About $65,000.
65. Now, and so this is not real.
Correct.
Not
These are all replicas.
Yeah.
So all of the ones that you've ever seen except for one are replicas. The original one is in a museum in Munich, Germany, actually. We don't own our own original first car. It was given to the museum by Carl Benz himself.
Oh, okay.
In the 1920s. So this is replicas that we've built. They're fully 1-to-1 scale. Everything works pretty much exactly the way that it worked in 1886.
Wow.
So that's why we celebrate the 140th anniversary this year, is because January 29th, 1886 is the patent for this vehicle.
Amazing. And how many of them have you guys had commissioned or remade?
So there was a series of them done in 1986 for our 100th anniversary.
Okay.
I think there's about 10 or 15 of those. And then these, we made about 150 of these available to collectors, dealers. You'll go into a lot of dealerships, and this will be sitting in the front showroom.
This is why so many people lost limbs in the 1800s, I feel like. There's just so many things that you could just lose appendages. You stick your leg in here, your arm in there, and it all,
What's that meme? It's in a world of OSHA violations. Like this kind of is that. So
before there was plastic shrouting to cover everything dangerous.
There's no plastic shrouting. First of all, there's nothing plastic. This is brass, copper, cast iron. That's basically it. And some wood.
And you just stick your finger right in here.
Yes. Yep. So this is spinning. So obviously this will be spinning when we're running it. And it's fully like a normal car. It's a 4-stroke internal combustion engine. It runs on a fuel similar to kind of like ether. It's called hexane.
Okay.
And it's a lightweight hydrocarbon. Gasoline would be too heavy, actually, to run with this vehicle. It's not light enough to come off of there.
Fascinating.
Which one's the faster one?
So this is the faster one. 93 is the fast one. It's got a lot. This probably has 200 or 300 miles, no joke. Like, we've actually driven this a lot. Mainly like short little trips and things like this. So
how does it work?
So effectively, you've got a carburetor over here, this big copper vessel. You've got a water tank. Oh, you're interrupting our video.
He can interrupt with a Black Series if he wants to.
Absolutely,
yeah, exactly.
Especially in red. That is spectacular. We'll be there in a moment. Goodness.
Mine's louder. All right, so we'll go back
to a carburetor situation here.
So effectively, we have a carburetor here. It's kind of like a big vessel of fuel, and it's just sucking the vapor off the top. This is your gas tank, which is this brass part. The copper part up here is the cooling jacket. So this actually contains water, and it cools the cylinder. So even the first Benz, in this case, was not an air-cooled. It was actually a water-cooled engine right from the very, very beginning.
Take that portion.
So we stuck to that water-cooled principles pretty much forever. So the crankshaft runs just like a normal engine does. It has a camshaft just like a normal engine does, and it has these levers to make the valves work. And then it sort of takes its cues from like a stationary engine or like a tractor, right? You've got this flat belt system that is twisted. And the reason why it's twisted is to hold tension in this mechanism. And that is your clutch, your drive shaft, everything all in one, and your transmission.
This stripper pull apparatus here?
Correct. So when you move that lever down all the way, it moves the belt over to another set of pulleys, and that's what makes you go and accelerate.
Oh.
So as you tension this belt this way and move
it moving.
Yeah, this will slide over. This will slip based on how much weight you have. So the lighter you are, I mean, this is really where, carbon fiber hood would, carbon fiber seats would come in handy, because this would be very light.
How fast does it really go?
I mean, it's around 10 to 15 miles per hour. There's a lot of conditional, right? It's like what the surface is. And you can actually tune it a little bit where getting a little more tension in the belt. And it's all about how much fuel you can put in the carburetor and get it just kind of dialed in. But here's the thing. It's not automatic, so you have to be the air-fuel mixture manually. You are the Motec. You are the Bosch software to make it run.
I've never been accused of that.
You've got to adjust that, which basically you run the engine as fast as it'll go. Once it gets running to a certain speed, then you just basically tension the belt and accelerate. Now, the most important thing I forgot to talk about was the brakes.
Oh, yeah.
So it does have them. It doesn't look like it, but it does have brakes. So when you pull the lever back, you activate a band on the drum up there, and that grabs it and slows you down. But the one caveat to that is, if, let's say, you were rolling backwards and you jammed on the brake, it will lift the front wheel off the ground because it has no front brakes. So it's kind of important to not roll backwards.
Don't go backwards.
Yeah. It has no reverse. It's just the one speed. So you don't have to worry about shipping gears.
So if this thing rolls backwards and starts falling backwards, you would literally fall into this apparatus that would just dismember you.
Potentially, yes.
The wood chipper.
It's kind of a wood chipper, yeah. It's made out of wood and it's a wood chipper, but it works. Oh, and it does have a battery ignition system. So, of course, he has to show off on the Evo too. Just like a regular car that has a battery to run, the ignition system, it runs the same way. The one thing that's kind of unique at this time period is there's no radiator. So when you start to boil your water, then you're done for the like maybe a half an hour, 45 minutes. Like you have to shut it off.
How far does it go before that happens?
This one's broken in, so if we're doing a distance race, you're at a disadvantage because this one's broken in. So you're going to go maybe 30 to 45 minutes here. You're going to get 15 to 20 out of that one. So it really comes down to, are we talking drag race? Are we talking a short track or an endurance race? A lot of variables in this. It's not Formula One, but it's close.
Amazing. Well, it sounds like a fun race. We appreciate the tutelage.
Anytime.
And let's try to keep all our fingers.
Yes. Let's see, do you have 10? We all have 10 to start with. And it'll pick up a little faster when I'm not on it, obviously.
Yep.
Now, advance it all the way. You'll hear it load.
Yep.
Now, pull back all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way.
There we go.
So it's really just like a race car. Like you come out of a corner and then just
roll
in the throttle. Well, throttle, not really throttle. Here's the engine load. Now release it a little bit. So if it starts to stall on you, then you would release it a little bit. But once you're rolling, you can just put it all the way down.
So Nate is giving Tyler a lesson after just showing me how this thing works, and we will soon be racing these Benz Patent Motorwagen. So this was before Daimler and Benz merged in 1926, 100 years ago now, and it is a little bit of a peculiar thing to have moving about underneath you. And so it's not that complicated, but you have no idea what the limit is and where you end up propelling yourself face first into the asphalt. So it's going to be interesting. We'll see how it goes.
You go get pizza and beer afterwards, kind of negates the whole process. All right, we got oil.
Three laps. How much is one of those things?
More than you can afford, pal. Patent Motorwagen.
Smoke 'em.
Oh, later.
Oh, no. Oh, you got me.
Too soon, Junior.
Oh, yours is much faster, Tyler. Oh, on the inside. Hello. Hello. Uh-oh, I'm cutting out here. Oh, he's much faster in the straight.
Okay.
Oh,
A little bit
I think it's
tight
the hat.
maneuvering here. I got him blocked.
Ooh. A little
Okay.
squirrely under braking. Oh, we're getting the hang of it. Ah!
99.
Ah! Come on. Mine's cutting out a little bit. Here we go. Uh-oh. They might be letting me come up on it.
Whoa. Hey, you're cutting the corner.
but I got nothing here. Oh no, look at this. In the drag race, you've really got me, Tyler. This is full throttle. Woo! Ah! Oh! Oh no! The Mura! Don't hit the Mura! Oh.
I'm losing steam.
Come on! Come on! I gotta get him! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Ah! Oh! Oh! I'm cutting. It's so much faster! Oh no! Oh no!
Okay.
Delahaye! Don't hit the Delahaye! Ah! Ah! No! Ah! Oh, wow!
Okay. We are the champions, my friend, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions.
Tyler wins. Tyler wins.
Tyler wins. Tyler wins.
So despite some corner cutting tactics, Tyler did win the inaugural Moda Miami 3-wheel Benz Patent Motorwagen Spectacular.
If that one's for sale, then that's the one to buy.
It is.
I know one's for sale, but that one goes.
It's considerably faster in the straights. But either way, we had a blast. Thanks so much for watching, and thank you to the Mercedes Classic Center for another ridiculous experience.
Tyler wins.
Today's video is brought to you by Auto Tempest. Like all of our Car Trek episodes and so many VINwiki videos over the last several years. So thank them for their ongoing support by clicking the link in the description below or using the QR code on your screen to find your next car on Auto Tempest. That's why we say autotempest.com, all the cars, one search. They'll get you all the results from all the major listing sites in one place, making you the shrewdest negotiator possible. Also thanks to their new price trends tool that shows you how the values of these cars have changed up or down over the past several years and let you know exactly what you should be offering for whatever car you've landed on. So thank them for their ongoing support of crazy adventures like this and find your next car on Auto Tempest.